Road to Dance, the clear-cut favourite for the Albury Gold Cup. Now at 2:30, Never Dull and Lurdestina at $10. So this horse really has dominated. Ekalaka now at $11. And then Barmy Bar at 12s. Continues to have support. Albury now at 15. Sunray Mist at 16. And Brassy Jim at $17. So they should start be moved in there shortly for the running of the Cup. It is right on start time there. And so a field of 16 to go around. And they are moving them in for the running of this year's Albury Gold Cup with the Bede Murray and Corey Brown combination on Road to Dance here with Never Dull, the second elect. Let's take you there to Jeff for the running of the Albury Gold Cup.
Thank you. The runners are getting set here now for the Albury Gold Cup, sponsored by Carlton United, and the runners loading into the gates here. Road to Dance is firmed into a very short price favourite. He's into $2.30 on the New South Wales tote. So there's been huge support for him. Probably the fact that he's owned by local identity Peter Milne helps his support, because the crowd here is enormous. I would say something like 11 or 12,000 people here, which is a big crowd for a country meeting. And Peter's a popular guy in town, so he's got plenty of supporters locally for Road to Dance. He wears the conspicuous earmuffs on top of his blinkers, so he seems to be, since they put this gear on him, he seems to have improved. So it must help him concentrate on what he's doing. But he's the hot favourite. Another one with a lot of sentimental interest is Campaign's Magic. He's the only foal side by Campaign King, who was Albury owned and a champion in his era. And this is the one and only foal, Campaign's Magic. And he's won through his classes and got up to be worthy of a start in the Albury Cup. And he's trained here by Lynn Timsock. So he's also carrying a lot of sentimental interest. Now the runners filling the gates well here for the Cup. Campaign's Magic is coming forward. Kingston Shores has gone up. Huge crowd here for the running of the Albury Cup. In perfect conditions, hot favourite Road to Dance. Blue light is on, but the starter not quite happy yet. It's not around on his platform. Ekalaka, trained locally trained at Wodonga by Brian Cox, has a remarkable record. He won the Cup 2 years ago, and last year he won the City Handicap, the sprint race. This year he's backing up in the Cup, so it'll be a phenomenal effort if he can do it. Now the starter around on his platform. Stand by for a start in the Cup. Red light is on. Stand well. Racing in the Cup. Came away in a pretty good line too. A little bit slow to go, Kentucky Shores. Brassy Jim began well on the inside, and Albury is being hard-ridden to get a position. Coming across from the outside as Barmy Bar and Sunray Mist is well up early. Campaign's Magic is out wider, and then came Silk Shamrock. Back all over on the inside when they settle down into stride as Lurdestina. Road to Dance caught a little bit wide into that first bend from Prime Vel. 2 lengths to the grey Cade, followed by Never Dull, well back early in the race. Then came Let's Jive, a length further back to Ekalaka. 2 to Born to Dance, followed by Kingston Shores, and Moon Rebel is last and is already 15 lengths from the lead. And it's a tearaway. Brassy Jim setting a hectic pace in front. Open up a lead of 6 lengths here to Barmy Bar. Half a length to Albury. 2 lengths then to Sunray Mist, and they're stringing out. 4 lengths to Silk Shamrock. A length further back to Campaign's Magic. 1 to Lurdestina on the inside of Road to Dance, who should be suited by the speed. 2 lengths further back in the race is Cade around the outside of Prime Vel. 2 lengths to Let's Jive, a half a length to Never Dull. 3 lengths further back to Ekalaka, 25 lengths from the leader. Then Kingston Shores, Born to Dance, and Moon Rebel is last. Brassy Jim has set a hectic pace in the Cup. He travels up the airport side, 4 lengths in front of Barmy Bar. Half a length further back on the inside as Albury. Sunray Mist is starting to take closer order. 2 lengths to Shamrock, a length further back to Campaign's Magic. A length and a half to Road to Dance, starting to close on the leaders. Lurdestina is on the inside, followed by Cade. Further back then is Never Dull, starting to work into it, and then Let's Jive, and Ekalaka is hooked to the outside. They're on the home corner in the cup now, and Sunray Mist swept to the lead. Sunray Mist in front of Campaign's Magic. Wide around on the track, Road to Dance is putting in his claim with Cade, and Ekalaka from last is coming down the outside like a rocket. 200 metres to go. The top weight's got them. Ekalaka swept to the lead on the outside from Sunray Mist. Road to Dance and Campaign's King running a Murray Mace, and Ekalaka is starting to burst away. 2 out of 3 cups to Ekalaka. Ekalaka wins it. Neverdale came home well to run second, and Born to Dance came from 88 to run third ahead of Campaign's Magic. And further back, Sunray Mist. Road to Dance couldn't finish it off. Then Lure Destina, Silk Shamrock. Further back in the races, Cade, and then came Moon Rebel. A long way back was Kingston Shores from Primeville. Well back then was Barmy Bar. Brassy Jim carved up and ran second last, and his stablemate was last Albury. So they had first, second last and last, but what counts is what ran first, and it was Ekalaka. A phenomenal performance. Gave the leader 25 length start and swooped on them for Matthew Cole. And he has a remarkable record now of having won the Gold Cup in 2000, won the City Handicap in 2001, and this year backed up and won the Cup. A phenomenal training performance by Brian Cox, and a magnificent effort by Ekalaka and his rider Matthew Cole, who didn't worry when he was giving them a huge start, but he swooped on them and gathered them up, and number 1 Ekalaka is the winner of the Carlton Draft Albury Gold Cup. Second placing goes to number 5 Never Dull, ridden by Mark Zara, and the judges called on a photo for third, and the time is 2 minutes 0.25 of a second. 2 minutes 0.25 of a second, so it's colossal time, just outside the record held by Baby Bomber. And number 8 gets third in the Cup, Campaign's Magic, responsible for a magnificent performance. 1, 5 and 8 are the numbers in the Cup.
1, 5 and 8 it is, and Matthew Cole, Brian Cox, and what a win. And that's 3 starts at this track, 3 wins. And Brian Cox, well, he's just got a terrific record there, and he's standing by now with Andrew, trackside.
Thanks, Chris. We're down here with Brian Cox. Brian, Ekalaka does it again, 2 years now, or twice in the last 3 years.
I think he's created history, Andrew, because he won it in 2 years ago. He won the Albury City Handicap last year. He's won the Cup this year.
Yeah, he's been splendid. I mean, he's a horse that just keeps trying. Today, stacks of pace on, stablemate there. He's obviously just got revved up and got going, the stablemate Brassy Jim.
Didn't wish it to go that way, Andrew, because I wanted to give him every chance to run the distance, and that because it's very hard. You know, you want to give every horse a chance, you know, so you don't wish it to be run like that, you know.
No. How were you thinking going into it? Could you separate the two?
I liked Albury a bit, but I don't think he could have handled it. The track was pretty hard today, so it didn't suit a couple of them. So that's, you know, see what happens, you know.
You're normally pretty reserved, Brian, but when you come over just then, you're pretty elated about it all.
You've got to be, Andrew, when things like that happen. You know, it's a big thing. He's an 8-year-old horse, and, you know, come back like that. That's only his 3rd run back from a spell.
Yeah. What do you got planned, mate, after today?
Probably the Wagga Cup, probably.
Yeah.
We've got to talk to the owners and see which way they want to go.
Coming up in early May.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. All right, well done to you, Brian. Congratulations. Yesterday you were down at Moe with another horse. You don't mind travelling. Mate, it's only 10 minutes across the bridge and you're back home and celebrations tonight.
10 hours travelling yesterday and half an hour today.
Well done, mate. Brian Cox is joining us there, the trainer of Ekalaka. He won the Cup in 2000 and he also won it in 1999 with Lucky Enough. He adds 2002 to his record with Ekalaka. Thanks, Chris.
All right, good on you, Andrew, and congratulations to Brian. And another mighty performance by the toppy there with the 58 kgs. Matty Cole rode him perfectly and brought him right down the outside. So 2 out of the last 3 Albury Gold Cups to Ekalaka. All right, now all the...
Nick, we're covering